Day before the trip. Just looking at that forecast, just shaking my head. Winds of shit. Rain. That ain't me. Hopefully it improves, because I'm down in the dumps right now.
Day two, coming off that high of day one. Weather pitted in, wake up in the morning, look outside, and just...
But in the morning, we thought it was going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, I remember looking outside, and it was a little wet.
Did you rush here this morning?
Well, you laid in bed for how long?
Well, no one said, hey, we're going. So I'm chilling and hanging out. Now I got 5 drinks.
You look like you've aged like
Sandwich.
10 years.
Hey, when the weather calls, you go play.
Yep, we're gonna do it.
Guy looks older than me.
Whoa.
We were 20 minutes away, so wake up. It's wet, but it's not that wet. Pack up our shit with the intent of playing, but we're not really sure if we're going to. So obviously on the drive there, it gets a little greasy, and it's like, I don't think we're gonna get out today, boys.
You knew it wasn't playable looking out the window.
I knew. Those other two didn't. They were delusional. I don't know what they were thinking, but I was sure that we weren't going to play.
I mean, what else were we gonna do? We go to the course. We got literally nothing else to do.
I was kind of looking forward to a day of maybe just hanging out at the cabin, to be honest. I wanted to play those courses. They're 2 fantastic courses, but kind of wanted to take you guys' money playing poker maybe, or, you know.
This is the first time I've used an umbrella in Saskatchewan in 5 years. We went from praying for rain to praying for it to stop raining. So weird. It's a rainforest here now. Pitted. You know, try to wait it out, but it's not looking too promising. What a shame.
Show up to Waskasoo first. That's the one we're supposed to play first. It's completely underwater. So we get the interviews done, have a little breakfast, get into a bit of a discussion over our preferred breakfasts of choice.
Yep.
I took the option to not have breakfast whatsoever. In retrospect, it was a bit of
Yeah, I don't understand those
decision.
people, but
Over easy. Over easy.
The only way to eat eggs.
But no yolk. No yolk is what you...
Absolutely no yolk.
Watched a psychopath order scrambled eggs with his breakfast, but
I can get behind scrambled eggs. That's once in a while.
Then we go to Elkridge, say, well, maybe it's a little bit different. A little bit of a drive in between. Not much, but maybe it's a little better there. Holds water better. Get there. Nope. Not there either.
Just drove from Waskasoo to Elkridge. Yeah, it's still raining here.
Turns out it's still raining
Turns
here.
out. Literal rivers. New guy and Matty B checking the radar every 10 minutes, thinking it's gonna go away.
It is. It will. We'll be playing today.
Time stamped.
It can't rain forever.
Correct. That's right. Say that again, but louder.
we will be golfing on a golf course by 3 p.m.
You're fucked. in the head.
No, you'll see.
Had a quick pint at
Look
Elk
at-
Ridge. Still
like-
raining.
Light.
Update,
over
still
there.
raining.
Look at.
Update.
coming.
Light. You need a light to go on in your head, buddy boy.
Drive back to the cabin, wait it out. I think we were there for, I don't know what, an hour, 2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Get the call, hey boys, you can come and play.
Well, it stopped raining. Guess we're going back to the course. Don't know. Listen to that.
We drove back to the cabin, and I thought we were going to be there for the rest of the day.
Yeah. A couple foldovers and some chips, and the next thing you know, we're back out there.
Yeah.
Ryan Danberg, managing partner.
Ryan Wells, head golf professional. I have 3 9s. Birch from the Gold Tees is 34.58. Tamarack 33.54, and then Aspen's a little bit shorter at 3,200.
Ready to go, driving back, all filled with piss and vinegar. Show up, yeah, you gotta walk it. I think it took up one fairway. Harv immediately regretted it. Brona, I think, was wearing a hoodie. Forgot the rain gear on a trip that I believe he knew it was going to rain, but didn't pack any rain gear for.
We're walking downhill. From from the highest point of the course, and there's inches of water coming up. Yeah. But best part though, these two are emotionally uninvested. We are going to unstable. Yeah. Sure, we gotta walk. Sure, it sucks. We're trying to win a weekend game.
So Tamarack was the original 9, built in 1994. So we had that in a little snack shack. Then Birch was built in 1996, and then the newest 9, Aspen, launched in 2003. And all are designed by Bruce Clausen and Blaine Fannew, with the help of the previous owner, Arnie Peterson. So they built Tamarack, and then Birch, I think, originally was going to be 18, and Arnie came up with an idea that they could do an additional 3 or 4 holes for the kids and stuff like that, and that turned into another whole 9 holes. So that's how Aspen was created. You know, Elk Ridge is a place where a lot of people come to get away from the busy life, and the one thing I've always said about stories and what we get from lots of people is once you come here, you don't have to leave, but you go play golf and you don't see anybody else. So there's not much crisscrossing of fairways other than, you know, a little cart path and that, and people enjoy that type of experience out here. So.
What's the course record and who holds it?
Yeah, you know, I was pretty fortunate for the pro lady, and I think it was 2006. Punched in a 66. 9 Birch was our last hole, and I made a 2. So you know, there was some luck involved for sure, but it was bogey free, and you don't shoot many of those. So.
Yeah.
I saw Don Moser shoot a 29 here, and we made sure we pumped a few refreshments into him for the back. So I think he actually shot. I think he went 29-41 that day. So.
Sometimes you make mistakes in life, and this just happens to be one of them. But you're a better strap. Single strap. I feel like a PGA Tour caddy just.
Fourth hole, I guess, here. What are we doing with our lives? This is just insane. What a course, though. But still, insane.
We're very excited and announcing we're going to be hosting a Mackenzie Tour event here. So it's the first event is June 20th to the 26th, 2022. So we're excited to welcome the tour guys here for a duration of 3 to 4 years. Golf course is certainly going to have a little bit of a new look to it, probably in year 2 of that, as we're looking at doing some course changes. You know, not in a big way, but there will be some changes happen out there.
We get through 4 fairly easily. 5. Walk me through 5.
Well, me and Harv took 12 shots in that hole.
What break? I topped it 60 yards.
I would have quit 3 holes ago, 4 holes ago. 3rd hole, after I hooked that one, I would have walked right in. Still might.
I think that moment in time from your approach to the green was the most upset I've seen you or Harv at any point ever golfing, and that's saying a lot.
Really? I don't think I was that upset. I mean, I was kind of pissed off that I couldn't execute a golf shot at all.
Get me the fuck off this course.
Not one for the entire round.
And I mean,
But once we got to the green, I was just, I had enough. I walked to 6T, and I think I hit my shot before you guys even got there.
not a good one.
No.
You didn't hit a good shot for a good stretch of 5 holes on that course. Maybe 9 holes.
8 or 9 holes, yeah. The only thing that kept me going through that hole, that I guess 6 mainly, was you guys being 50 yards right, both of you.
I had made a hell of a shot out of the trees.
Yeah. Where did that go to?
I don't know, like 12 feet missed the putt. 12 feet missed the putt. Yeah, got it
through the trees.
Got it through the trees, yeah. Just like Harv and Nipwin. Trust it.
Oh yeah.
They're 90% air. Yeah, and Harv was done too. I think at one point he was just happy to, I think on 6, finally make a putt for the round. So.
Made me very excited as far as golf is back. Right from opening weekend, we experienced quite a bit of golfers, and that's not really normal to this area at that time of year. So we're pretty optimistic that golf is back in a big way. And I think for us, partnering with the Mackenzie Tour here over the next 3 to 4 years is going to be some more added exposure nationally.
I heard you say I'm dead.
Boys are rounding it for him. Might get a back 9 in.
You know, a lot of people don't realize how good of a golf experience here in Waskasoo is. So, you know, you want to come up and play 36 holes of golf. It's probably as good as any you're going to get in the province.
If I can hit the club with this Jazz, double back rub today. If I don't hit the green, yesterday is one that I earned. We can nullify.
Okay. Oh my god. He nutted it. Oh!
that was nuked.
Duked. Wrong-handed.
Right on.
200.
Right on it.
Eight Birch has a very unique look to it from the back tees. It's probably one of the best holes we have out here. Well, I'm sure Wellesley might have some more. He's a lefty, so he might some might cater to his eye a little more.
No, I'm the same. 8 Birch, that small par 3. I think every good golf course out there has a small par 3 that is challenging. And
What's over there?
Houses?
Really?
The houses and the hotel?
No, it's not that far. The hotel's way up there by the green. That's
Oh boy. That Elk Ridge round might have been the most miserable I've been in the history of
And
my
that's
life.
saying a lot.
It was bad. First hole, I was like, okay, this might be okay. Once we got to 9, there was no way we were continuing.
No, and I think the fatal flaw I did early in the round was like try and just not get wet. Like I was trying to like avoid puddles and like try and like tiptoe around things. And I think if I would have just committed and be like, I'm gonna be sopping wet by the end of this thing, like just
Every
own
step,
it
yeah.
and just walk right through things, and it might have been more enjoyable than trying to tiptoe around things and end up getting soaked anyway.
Yeah. We're back. Less than a week later, the site of our victory, me and new guy. Last weekend we chose to hit one from down there. I said we should hit this one, it's an easier shot. Now that I'm looking at it, might not be easier. I'm gonna just try to hit a flop down there because I think this is an easier shot for me.
couple of easy shots. You just let them float down there.
Yeah, fast forward, that round finishes very doom and gloom, let's call it.
It had almost started to clear up right as we got off like the 9th green. So
Yep.
a little bit of optimism. Well, let's head into town, maybe go get a bite to eat. Harv has been raving about this place. That we got to go and have some supper. So
Pistol Pete's or Pizza Pete's?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so go in there. At this point, we actually are riding a high. We talked to, Tyler at Waskesoo. He says there's a chance you guys might be able to get out later. So obviously, we're gonna be as close to the course as we can to get as much time on Waskesoo as we can. Go wait, get the call, say, hey boys, we can get you on Twilight. You're the only ones on the course. Okay, perfect.
Back in the early 30s, Stanley Thompson was commissioned by the Parks Canada to design a golf course throughout Prince Albert National Park, which is still in his infant days. There was big plans similar to a Banff, but the railroad didn't go through, so unfortunately that's where we came up with the smaller town side of Waskasoo. But anyways, from the championship tees, it's about just over 6,000 yards, 6,100 yards, not a long golf course. It makes up for it by a lot of the undulation. The greens are some of the trickiest in province. Typical Stanley Thompson greens, he uses all the undulation, moves very little dirt for that, so it's all natural. A very unique golf course, a lot of history, which again, people really enjoy.
Best part about that course, like hole 2 is,
You just love it, hey?
it's just the best. Like the elk are walking across the tee box when we get there.
Yeah.
It's a nice little downhill par 3 in the rain. It's just the best hole.
My favorite holes, I love number 2. It's a really short par 3 straight down the hill, but that green is just...
It might go in.
It's tricky. It's very tricky, especially if you haven't played here. Like you got to play 2 extra feet of break on a 6-foot putt. Since 1935 is the men's lobstick. We've had lobstick events, the ladies lobstick. But once you're here, once you play it, you enjoy the golf course. Like you say, it's unique. It's very beautiful scenery, and it brings everybody back.
Cut at it.
Pat Fletcher was the last Canadian to win the Canadian Open, and he won our Open in 1947. So it's nice to have that little bit of history, seeing Pat Fletcher on our trophy as well as the Canadian Open trophy. Gordie Howe won our Open as well. He used to actually work on the golf course, and he won the Open in '54, I believe it was.
Halfway. That's a hole in one. Go.
Deep, I think. Good shot. Nice pose.
Oh my God, I thought that was Auto Birdie with that song on.
I bent my legs too. On the putt. How did that lip out? Look at that. Counting it. Throwing out, counting it.
So yeah, we get to hole 5. Yeah, hole 5. Nice little short par 4. You can lay it up down the right side. So I hit it left, like the only place you can't go. And I'm up on top of a hill, and everyone else is off to the right. So I'm hitting my shot, and after I hit it, I realized like I'm not wearing the best of shoes. It's soaking wet out here, and I'm trying to just like ease my way down this hill, and I take like 2 steps, and then it's just legs out from underneath me, right on my back, slide down this hill, and I like instantly look up and see if anyone caught that on camera, but just like me kicking the ball into the woods at Nipawin, another, I don't know, so a little Oscar moment missed, I guess.
Turn. Blow.
Yeah, not only were we dealing with the rainy conditions and stepping in water, we had to worry about filming the whole thing.
Yeah, not even just the gimbal stuff, but
Even
the actual GoPros.
Yeah, like, done this before, we didn't have a camera guy, we're doing it all ourselves, we're trying to golf. Drone, we couldn't use the drone at Elk Ridge, obviously, because it was raining, and we couldn't use it at Waskasoo because of some restrictions, but and then we're doing these interviews after in the cabin. We're trying to do some, reaction style interviews after. Guys were eating chips in the background.
As far as the hardest hole, everybody automatically goes to hole number 8. Like I said, a 600-yard par 5. Myself personally, I think number 7 is just as hard. It's a slight uphill, long par 4. And everybody's going to agree to disagree on which is the hardest hole.
Pick it up, 50 Shades of Grey. Little twilight round, didn't really get to have much of a game. Not even sure we really kept track a whole lot, but it was just out playing, and really it was a bit of a disappointing thing in that both of those courses are so phenomenal in good weather, and to actually be able to play them in poor conditions, it's really like a tease almost.
And cart path only.
Yeah, well, at least we got to drive at Waskesiu. That was a positive.
Yeah.
No.
Number 8 is called May West. You know, I don't know if you can get away with calling things like that now, but just because as you get towards the green, there's the green is between 2 mounds on the right and left side, so it refers to, you know, and that's probably one of the signature holes as well.
Nice shot.
Stories unique to the course that maybe you could share with us?
The most famous one was Bob Hope sitting on the Johnny Carson show, and they asked him, "What's your favorite golf course?" And he said the Waskasoo Golf Course in the Prince Albert National Park. There's a lot of ashes on the golf course because there's such a deep history, and there's means so much to families growing up in Waskasoo and spending so many times on the golf course.
Draw.
A lot of stories about you know, animal encounters, you know, bear encounters, elk encounters, you know, just things like that where people get a little bit too close and things happen, but nothing serious.
Waskasoo, we get there, get a feel for the course to know what greens we could hit into because they're soaked. But yeah, basically played the entire front 9 and then get to the back 9. Keep in mind we're racing against the clock here because I think we teed off at 7 o'clock, so we only got 2 hours of daylight to fit 18 in. So we'll get the front 9 in, pretty soggy conditions, and then I think we played 3-4 holes on the back 9.
Yeah, we had to pick and choose for sure the back 9 because the 9th hole doesn't end back at the clubhouse. So we were kind of almost in the furthest point away from the clubhouse at that point, so we had to pick and choose what we needed on the way in, and yeah, we got her done, and it was
dark when we finished, for sure.
Yeah. Highlight of the day for me today would be just getting out actually to play on Waskesiu. I've only played it one time. My in-laws have a cottage at another Stanley Thompson golf course here in Canada. I get to play it an absolute ton. So it's nice to be able to come and play kind of same course from the same architect, just different layout. Get an appreciation for a lot of his kind of architecture. So I'm glad we got to play some holes today.
We want to do a lot of reforestation. It's a very old forest. There was a fire that went through here in 1911. So now all the trees that are here are getting to be that age where, you know, there's a lot of deadfall. It needs a lot of cleanup. So we really want to focus on that.
I wouldn't say it was a professional operation by any stretch, but
No.
but hey, first time.
Gotta work out the kinks.
That's right.
Yep.
We'll know for next time. Bring rain gear. do better with the cameras, don't eat chips. Like, just simple things that we'll learn.
A list, yeah.
In the end, a bit of a disappointing day, but happy we got to be there, and really it just kind of solidified that if you are putting a trip like this together, this is an absolute must stop on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The next couple days, we're looking at smooth, clear skies. We got a good couple days ahead of us, and it's going to be a great finish.
Yeah. I love this course.
That's nice.
It's awesome.
Good news is you're not the worst player today.
That it's I get like a sip satisfaction out of that.